Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Thursday, the 5th day of October. It's National Do Something Nice Day. Shouldn't you do that every day?
Of
It's
course.
also National James Bond Day, and we're going to talk about a different name that James Bond might have had. We'll do that later in the program. National Be Nice Day, National Get Funky Day, National Kiss a Wrestler Day. Might want to warn them first because that could go really bad. National Military Podcast Day, National Apple Betty Day, World Teachers Day, and World Meningitis Day. So all of those things happening today. And it is a Thursday, which means we have a Dear John letter.
There we go.
You usually say that with me.
Dear John letters.
That sounds so much better. We've got a couple that's been together for 3 years, and he just found out that she's $300,000 in debt. Yeah. So there have been some great
That's
advice.
a lot.
That is. Some great advice that has been given online, and if you've got some advice, you can chime in at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. I don't know about you, but I sure could go for a nap some days. Actually, pretty much any day. But Wednesdays are the most popular day to take a nap. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
A new poll of 2,000 U.S. adults found that more than a quarter, 26%, cannot get through a work week without getting a nap at some point. Peak nap time for tired workers is 9:39 a.m. That seems a bit early, doesn't it?
That's really early.
65% say the urge to nap strikes before noon, and most commonly on a Wednesday. 40% of workers say it takes about 3.5 hours into a workday before they feel like they need a nap. 26% have decided not to fight it, and they brought a pillow to work with them.
What?
Yeah. Outside of work, the most common events that people say they've missed because they were napping were a sports game, 36%, a meeting with friends, 28%, a birthday party, 28%, and a family dinner, 28%.
A family dinner at 9 a.m.?
No, that's just saying that I've also taken a nap and just skipped out on those things. So those are at different times. At least I'm assuming. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know if you've been waiting for that special someone to pop the question, next year might just be your year. According to Signet Jewelers, which is the largest jewelry company in the U.S., engagements are expected to rebound big time following a drop-off due to the pandemic. Signet says COVID caused a sharp decline in sales of engagement rings as relationships were strained and some never blossomed in the first place.
And finances were strained.
As people stayed indoors and they limited their social circles. The experts say that because couples on average get engaged about 3.25 years after they begin dating, the lull in proposals is expected to bottom out this year, and the rebound should start early next year. Bridal jewelry accounts for 50% of their overall merchandise sales. So
I bet it does.
this could also just be a story where they're going, we sure hope.
It would be really nice. Nudge, nudge, grin, grin, wink, wink.
Hey, I also estimate next month advertising sales will be much higher. A lot higher. Radio advertising sales. Just saying. On this particular. So be sure to don't be the last one to get it. All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. A decade after The Office has come to a conclusion.
Right.
There's a new version of The Office in the works. A
Okay.
tentative agreement was announced recently. Now, it doesn't say whether it's going to be the original cast of The Office or if it would be a whole new cast for the reboot. But
Yeah,
a
it
lot
would
of folks,
almost have to be at least
don't know.
some of the same cast.
yeah, you would hope so. Saturday Night Live is expected to get pretty much a full season after the writers and studios reached an agreement. Season 48 was cut short by 3 episodes. I can't believe season 48.
Oh,
And
I can.
Today is Global James Bond Day.
Okay.
007's iconic name was almost completely different, according to a new book, Ian Fleming, The Complete Man. Super Spy was nearly called Rodney. The surprising revelation was discovered in an author's papers Nicholas Shakespeare was given access to. Rodney Bond, turns out, was a real person who saved the life of Ian Fleming's brother Peter in 1941.
Oh, that's pretty cool, but that's
Rodney
not,
Bond.
That's
Bond.
not as suave
Rodney Bond.
a name, is it?
Hey, Rod Bond. James was a good...
James was a good choice. That was a good call.
Good job. Happy Global James Bond Day to you.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. The National Hockey League is trying to grow its game with a big push down under. It features its first ever games played in the Southern Hemisphere. 2 preseason tilts between the LA Kings and Arizona Coyotes played in Melbourne, Australia. So now I don't know when this happened. I've had this story in my email. It says over the weekend, but I think it might have been like last weekend. So if you're a big sports fan, don't be mad at me because I don't know when this is. I don't know anything. I mean, when it comes to sports, what all do I know, Heidi?
Not a lot.
Not much.
Not a lot.
And I'm kind of skimming to see if there's any other information in here that I might be able to read without messing it up. And I'm going to just move on. It says hockey has a 100-year history in the country. So Semi-Pro Australia Hockey League has 10 teams made up of a lot of expatriate and some former pro players. So there's a lot of United States players who like go there when they're done playing. That's what the expatriates are. So anyway, it's not a new thing. And here's what you really want, Heidi. From the Paris Fashion Week, they have one of the buzziest items hitting the runways, an Italian designer's Bigfoot 2.0. It's a tennis shoe so bloated it looks like it comes with its own air compressor. Bigfoot 2.0 is part of the clowncore fashion movement.
Oh, good Lord.
That's grown in popularity recently, like the big red boots that were spotted on Doja Cat and Lil Nas X. A lot of looks in the Paris Haute Couture fashion shows early this year also
What was
referenced... I'm hoping I got some of those words right. Frenchy French stuff is what it is. They reference clowns and harlequins, so... You know, Halloween is going to be here soon, so maybe if you buy it and you don't like it, you can go, oh, it's just a Halloween costume, that's all. So what were you making fun of me about? What did I say wrong? Paris Haute Couture. What is it? Do you know what it is?
I believe it's Haute Couture.
Oh, that's the one. That's what I said, too. You mocked me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
All right, this letter, we've got some good answers, by the way, online. I hope I give a decent answer here on the radio. Take a listen to this, Heidi. Dear John, I recently finished a PhD program and was fortunate enough to have a tuition waiver. I ended up going a little into credit card debt, but I paid it off and have been saving. My wife was also in the PhD program, but dropped out when it was time to write a thesis. She said she thought about it for a long time, but never discussed it with me. I found out when she asked if I'd be willing to become a domestic partner so she could get my health insurance. I've been saving for years for a down payment on a house. I've asked if she can help, and she said, well, I want to pay down about $30,000 in credit card bills. Up until a few months ago, she kept assuring me that they were almost done. Then I found out that she's not $30,000 in debt. She's $300,000 in debt.
All on credit cards.
We've been together for 3 years, and she never told me. Now, she says she didn't know what the amount was, and so she wasn't really hiding anything from me. Somehow, that makes me feel even worse.
Oh, my
We
gosh.
currently split the rent, and she's made a few poor decisions, like when she had issues due to a toxic work environment and wanted to quit before getting a new job. We both have good jobs, and she has a plan and is sticking with it. However, I don't know if I'm comfortable having a joint ownership of a home if I make the down payment myself. I may also end up getting the loan. I might end up getting the loan by myself for a better interest rate, as I've got excellent credit rating for now. She says if I make the down payment, she'll pay more of the mortgage until we've contributed equally, but that doesn't seem like it would work out anytime soon. I feel like I'd rather just get it by myself and have the house in my name, but I don't know how to have that conversation with her. What should I do? Signed, Hopeful Homeowner. First of all, I just want to say, I think it's a good idea to be open and honest with each other all the time. Always, 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 always. And I don't know if this discussion never came up, but you've been married 3 years and you're just finding this out now?
Yeah.
So, the things that I'm going to just point out in this letter, before we give a whole lot more information here, there's not more information to give, but before we talk about it, he found out that she was in debt when she asked if he'd be willing to become a domestic partner so she could get the health insurance benefits. So I kind of wonder if these two are in love or if they're just kind of partners because, hey, this is a thing that's a good relationship. It doesn't really say. He doesn't say in the letter at all.
Well,
but
yeah, I think they're in a relationship.
I think so too, but I'm saying there's some little...
Otherwise, they wouldn't buy a house together.
But there's
That's
some
just
little
silly.
notes in here that make me kind of wonder what's going on exactly. They split the rent right now. Here's the thing. When my wife and I got married, this is my wife that works with me here, by the way, Heidi. When the two of us got married, we talked about this. And we both had, this debt or that debt, whatever.
Right.
And when we got married, our debt all became one debt. It wasn't mine and hers anymore. It's ours.
Right.
And that's what usually happens. But if you're coming to this with like almost no debt and some money in savings, and she's coming to the table with $300,000 in debt that you didn't even know about, that seems really, really, really unfair. And again, this is a conversation you should have had before you got married. Don't you think?
Well, it doesn't sound like they're married. They're in a domestic partnership, it said, so not married. But here's what I will say.
But it says my wife, so I think I think they are married.
I don't know. Domestic partnership it would be the same thing, but it doesn't sound like they went through the ceremony.
Oh, okay. I don't know how.
But I will say, with interest rates being as high as they are, now probably isn't the ideal time to be buying a home anyway.
No.
Unless you have a large chunk for a down payment. And you are not secure in your relationship.
Yeah.
So if you just wait and you keep continuing to just put into your fund that's going to go towards the house, when you are either secure in your relationship or have gone separate directions, it's a much better time to purchase a home than it is right now. So I would wait. I would continue to build up that nest egg and have a huge deposit to put down on the home that you want when you're comfortable to do so.
Well, if you would like to chime in with advice, I think that was good advice. And I think there's some other great advice already here, but you can chime in with advice for Hopeful Homeowner at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to better credit cards. bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Sex is biochemically no different from eating large quantities of chocolate. So biochemically, it's the exact same thing. I can think of some things that are probably different about it, though. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There's no specific time zone at the South Pole. So when you're at the South Pole, it's just whatever time zone you want to pick. I would assume it's the same at the North Pole, wouldn't you think?
I don't know.
Depending on which direction
You'd have
you
to
step.
ask Santa.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average person walks 75,000 miles in a lifetime. That'd be like 5 times around the world.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Bacon was used to make explosives during World War II.
What a waste of bacon.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
Of course, it is the bomb.
It is the bomb for sure. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Rice paper does not have any rice in it at all. It's a bad name for it.
Okay.
And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Until 2015, it was illegal to dance in Japan after midnight. So,
Okay.
several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. 26% of adults agree this makes a great birthday gift. What is it? You would
cards.
disagree.
What?
What did you say?
I said gift cards.
Oh, no. Tickets to a comedy show. I try taking
Depends on who
I try
the
taking her to
comic
comedy
is.
shows all the time, and she's like, "No, I don't really want to go with you to a comedy show." She's got like 3 comics that she likes. The rest, she's like, "No, thanks." Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Hasbro has unveiled the first ever Nerf-themed land at Beto Carreiro World theme park in Brazil. No guarantees that I said any of those words right.
Nerf-themed
A
land?
Nerf-themed land. So,
Oh, like just a park.
yeah.
A theme park.
Set
Okay.
to open October the 12th, so that's next week, next
Oh,
Thursday.
that's fun.
So we're like a week away. Nerf Mania is a 14,000 square meter attraction featuring family-friendly rides, a themed restaurant, and a Nerf shop. Experiences include Nerf Arcade and Super Soaker Splash Aquatic Attraction.
Oh, fun.
And Spin Blast Adventure Disc Rides. Beto Carreiro World is the largest theme park in Latin America. And again, if I said the name wrong, I didn't mean to. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, here's the thing I will tell you. I haven't seen anything Nerf in a while. Have you?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Have
you
you
don't.
really?
How often do you go into a toy aisle?
I never do any of that ever. That's probably
That
why.
would be why.
Here's what I will say. I'm pretty sure Crocs are just Nerf shoes. It's pretty much what they are.
Even Nerf wouldn't go
Didn't think
there.
okay, well, it's like
No.
Nerf shoes became Crocs. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. I've got so many of these. I'm never going to get to all of these, but funny tweets from women. These were the funniest tweets of the week from last week from women. People who camp are like, but camping is so much fun. And then they tell you a story about how they had to fight a raccoon at 2 a.m.
That's true. Or they found a snake in their sleeping bag.
Another-
Or they were covered in bug bites.
Another funniest tweet from women last week. IKEA is really the most expensive escape room. That's kind of what it is. How about this one here? My job, NFL team graphic designer. My mission, to make a bird look as mean as possible. And we'll do one more. At bedtime, I ceremonially move the claw clip from my hair to a bag of chips, signifying the end of the day. I've seen you do that. There's more if you want to read them. There's a whole bunch of them this week. Funniest tweets of the week. It is the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Our quote today is from Rita Rudner. I always thought she was so funny.
I did too. I liked her.
She says, I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. We've read this quote before because I said last time, I agree with this.
I do too.
I annoy Heidi so much. There are some days I just look at her and she's like, I love you so much, but I also hate you so much. And I'm like, that is marriage. It's the best.
It is.
Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way, courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Talk about a hero. Listen to this headline. Fearless delivery man leaps from a bridge to rescue a drowning woman.
Oh, wow.
What?
A delivery guy.
A food delivery guy
Holy
in
cow.
China. Hailed as a hero after he risked his own life to save a woman who was drowning. It also earned him a significant bit of recognition and some rewards. There's a viral video now circulating all over social media. It says on here all over social media in China, but it's here too. It's everywhere. Peng Qingling can be seen gripping the railing of a bridge which spans a river. I'm not going to try saying anything. It's got the name of the bridge and the name of the river. Trust me, you're glad I didn't say
It's a bridge over a river.
It's a bridge and it's a river. I've already said enough things wrong today, I'm sure. Anyway, he leapt 40 feet
Holy cow.
into the water below. The 31-year-old delivery driver swam toward the distressed woman struggling in the river. He reached out, grasped her arm, guided her toward what appeared to be a mounted ladder. The video shows this. It was broadcast on television. A police officer confirmed that the woman did survive the incident. Everybody involved in this is just so thankful that he was there to do this.
For sure, that's
She's
amazing.
under observation in the hospital. Peng, who works for a Chinese food delivery giant, shared that he was in the midst of delivering an order on his e-bike crossing the bridge, and he heard the woman's predicament, heard of it, like from bystanders. They were watching. Everybody else was watching. He said, hey, hold my beer.
Right,
No, it wasn't a beer.
awesome.
It was a bag of food. He said, I was definitely frightened because the bridge looked so high, but I didn't think too much of it. I just wanted to save her. That is amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Despite the accolades, he remained modest, saying, I'm just a delivery guy like many others. I meet someone in danger, I definitely lend a helping hand.
That's so
How
great.
cool
I
is
love
that?
That's pretty great.
I love that story. I hope really, really, really good things happen for this dude. I've got a link to the story and the video and some photos in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.